Hello everyone and welcome back to the YouTube channel of AuPairWorld. Today I will talk about something personal because I will share a very personal story about how my year as an au pair completely changed my life. So if you are interested about becoming an au pair or just curious about the experience, stay tuned. So let's start from the beginning because 2 years ago I decided to take a leap of faith and become an au pair in Germany. Moving in fact to a new country was both exciting but also I remember very terrifying because I was nervous about leaving my family and friends in Italy, but I was also thrilled because about this new adventure as an au pair in a new country. In fact, I remember that what helped me a lot was that from the beginning when I arrived in Germany with my family, I was welcomed with open arms by my host family. They were in fact really amazing and I remember that from the beginning I created a stronger relationship with my host kid. In fact, it is very important to remember the fact that being an au pair was more than just a job, was really becoming a part of their family. And this is the feeling that I have from the beginning. In fact, during my experience, I got to experience their cultural firsthand, but then learn the language and share my own culture with them. And this was really a beautiful exchange. But you know, of course, the au pair experience it is not always easy. In fact, there were days where, for example, I felt homesick or struggled with the language barrier, but those challenges taught me resilience and patience. In fact, then I made also friends from all over the world, which was another incredible aspect of this experience. In fact, I remember that, for example, we share so many unforgettable moments, from weekend trips to nearby cities to simple gatherings where we cook meals from our home countries. In fact, thanks to this au pair experience, I have made friends from all over the world and I'm still in contact with them. In fact, I can say that if I look back from my au pair experience, I can say that this year as an au pair changed my life but also myself, and in a way that I will never have expected. In fact, the first thing that I noticed was the fact that it made me more independent. In fact, before this experience, I relied a lot, for example, on my family and friends for support. But, you know, being in a new country, often having to navigate daily challenges on my own. In fact, I remember that I had to deal all problems, big but also small problems, alone. And I really learned a lot how to trust myself and my decisions. In fact, I remember that this independence wasn't just about managing day-to-day tasks, but it was really about my personal growth because I became more confident in my abilities and more comfortable with stepping out to my comfort zone. In fact, from handling emergency to planning trips alone, I felt a newfound sense of empowerment. I also remember that another thing that I noticed after my au pair experience was that I became incredibly adaptable because you know that living in a country means also constantly adapting to a new environment and situation. In fact, whether was to adjusting to a different climate, trying new foods or learning new customs, I really became more flexible and open to the change, for example. And because you know every day you are dealing with something new, with some customs, some little things. I remember also the lunch. I struggle a little bit because you know I'm from Italy, so the food in Italy is different from the food in Germany. Or I remember that also I struggled at the beginning with the time of dinner because in Germany is typical for dinner the Abendbrot, so bread with cheese and also they eat very early, and this was a really cultural difference compared to Italy, where we don't eat a lot of bread and then we don't eat early. But I can say that at the beginning was a little bit difficult, of course, but then I also became very adaptable to this style of the German culture. In fact, if I remember my au pair experience, I can say that these experiences taught me to embrace uncertainty and find joy in the unexpected. This means, in fact, that I learned that adaptability is a skill that can turn challenges into opportunities for growth. Then another aspect that for me was the most important one was that the fact that I became more open-minded, because living with my host family and dealing with a different cultural background, but also making friends from all over the world, exposed me to a new perspectives. In fact, I learned to appreciate and respect different ways of life. In fact, this openness not only enriched my understanding of the world, but also made me more empathic and compassionate. In fact, I realized that despite our differences, we share so many commonalities as humans. Then, of course, if I have to remember to the most difficult part was that saying goodbye to my host family, but also to my friends, was the hardest part. But I can say that I left with a heart of full memories and a host family that I will always stay connected with. In fact, I can recommend that this experience truly enriched my life, and I highly recommend it to anyone considering it. So, thank you so much for listening to my story. So, if you have any questions about becoming an au pair or want to share your own experience, drop a comment below. Then, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and hit the bell for more videos. So, until next time, take care and embrace the adventure of becoming an au pair or a host family. Ciao!